This is your AESH Energy News Minute for Tuesday, November 1, 2022. In mainstream news, CNBC reports EU strikes deal to ban the sale of new diesel and gasoline cars from 2035. The EU's plans to phase out the sale of new diesel and gasoline cars and vans took a big step forward this week after the European Council and European Parliament came to a provisional agreement on the issue. In a statement Thursday evening, the European Parliament said EU negotiators had agreed on a deal related to the European Commission's proposal for zero-emission road mobility by 2035. The plan seeks to slash CO2 emissions from new vans and passenger cars by 100% from 2021 levels and would constitute an effective ban on new diesel and gasoline vehicles of these types. The European Commission is the EU's executive branch. Bloomberg headline: China is doubling down on coal despite its green ambitions. China is building a vast array of new coal-fired power stations, potentially more than the operating capacity of the US, even though it knows the plants will probably never be fully used. The puzzle of why the world's leading installer of clean energy is investing so much in the worst polluting and increasingly expensive fossil fuel shows the depth of Beijing's concern over the global squeeze in energy supplies. But it also reflects planning for a gradual relegation of coal's role from prime power source to a widely available but often idle backup to China's rapidly expanding renewables fleet. The Financial Times reports Exxon profit triples to record $20 billion amid furor over high petrol prices. Wall Street Journal headline: Australia seeks to break impasse on gas project, head off Chinese investment. Australia appointed a special envoy for a stalled natural gas project near East Timor as the US ally seeks to break a stalemate and head off any efforts by the tiny nation to seek Chinese investment for the fields. On Tuesday, Australia named a former Premier of Victoria State, Steve Bracks, as a special representative to the Greater Sunrise Project that lies between the two countries in an effort to smooth talks between East Timor officials and partners in the joint venture, including operator Woodside Energy Group Limited. Forbes headline: The Dominican Republic is going green to boost tourism and energy security. The Dominican Republic is an idyllic island with abundant sunshine. Yet it gets 80% of its energy from fossil fuels, which come from coal, natural gas, and fuel oil. But the government is committed to getting a quarter of its electricity from renewables in 2025 and 30% in 2030. The two main drivers are geopolitics and a booming tourism industry that requires smart cities and clean energy sources. BBC reports: Why is there a global energy crisis and who might suffer most from it? We are in the midst of the first global energy crisis, according to the International Energy Agency. It says that because of it, tens of millions of people across the world may lose access to electricity or fuel for their homes. Why have energy prices risen so high? The price of natural gas has increased almost fivefold since the summer of 2020. It has been selling on international markets for the equivalent of $250 per barrel of oil. The International Energy Authority (IEA) says Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February is the main factor behind this. EnergyLiveNews.com reports Northern Ireland invests £88 million in new zero-emission buses. Northern Ireland's Infrastructure Minister John O'Dowd has announced an investment of £88 million for zero-emission buses and electric vehicle (EV) charging infrastructure. A contract securing the supply of 100 new buses has been signed between TransLink and Wrightbus. Out of these buses, 40 will be allocated to Ulsterbus services and 60 will be added to the existing zero-emission metro fleet in Belfast. PowerGrid.com reports GM launches EV charge management business, signs energy storage deal with SunPower. GM said it is getting into the vehicle-to-building charging sector with a new business unit known as GM Energy. It said that its Ultium Home and Ultium Commercial, in combination with the existing Ultium Charge 360, are intended to create a suite of energy management products and services. The move comes as electrification across multiple sectors including transportation is taking hold. The expansion offers more business opportunities for car manufacturers as the vehicle's battery can be tapped when it's not in use to provide resiliency to the grid or backup power to homeowners. This has been your AESH Energy News Minute for Tuesday, November 1, 2022. If you want more global energy news and real-time alerts, hit the subscribe button now and follow us on social media.